With respect to the 51% of business leaders in Asia Pacific, when the incidents occur, they're really newsworthy. There's a huge reputational impact.
And we've seen, across the region, very massive hacks.
So companies are really looking at, how could I mitigate that risk? You either decide to be disrupted or be someone who disrupts.
I think it is a time of change for them.
These machines, or the smart machine, what we call it, has actually, create new legal challenges or issue.
They find out what problems are in the industry, and get the new fintechs to kind of solve those problems and match them up. That means essentially banks have to work with startups. Even the governments restructured themselves to deal with challenges. We can't essentially build a digital economy without the foundations, and security is one of the foundations.
So the very start of it is actually to try to put together a data map, work with the IT people, work with the consultants. If you need to bring in consultants, know where your information is. Is it in this country? If it's in this country, which computers is it located in? If it's not in this country,
you need to have conduct some self-assessment to have a good understanding of its own IT system, particularly with respect to the handling of important data such as personal information and critical data.
You have to make sure, number one, that your other systems make yourself mitigate against the fact that you're becoming a bigger target for cyber criminals, and the other one is to make sure that when you implement the system, you're not making a rod for your own back in terms of having to constantly respond to subpoenas in other sorts of civil litigation. So that sort of real complexity comes from understanding your obligations before you actually go ahead and build the system.
You can see the mindset is to first let's get protection, and we can deal with the preparedness at a second stage as well. A lot have actually asked us about how could they insure themselves and what type of insurance is available to deal with the risk, the cyber risk actually.
We had one famous case where somebody hacked through the kind of food vendor they had on their procurement platform, and they've gone it through that way. So it's always the weakest link that hackers will exploit. So what we've seen is new startups providing security as a service.
If it's in the cloud, what are your contractual arrangements with those cloud providers?
It really has to differentiate between different industry and between different companies.
Do you actually have to go and get outside help?